Alright guys, here I'll share some of the techniques I use when I'm working with Visual Studio Code, in particular when dealing with Angular projects. Alright, so the first tip is on the using of the editor. So if you have a lot of components in your project, instead of using this visual pane here on the left, you can just browse by typing Ctrl+P and then, for example, typing app.module, and you see the fuzzy search will automatically suggest you the file. So it's wonderful for navigation with the keyboard without trying to navigate here from the left side. The next thing is, let's say that we know that something exists inside of our components, and let's say this is app details, and we would like to find this reference. So how we can do it? We can press Ctrl, Shift and F, and then we'll just paste what we are looking for, and you see on the results it will display all the files which are referencing this keyword. And that's wonderful when you want to find where a particular keyword is being referenced, and then you can just click and browse for the matching results. Alright, now back to editing. Let's say that we have a certain line and we would like to move it on another place inside of this file, so we can just press Alt, and using the arrows up and down we can hold and place this line on another position. Then another shortcut, if we would like to rename multiple occurrences of certain keyword directly visually on the screen, we can select what we would like to rename, and then if we type Ctrl and F2 we can just start typing, for example, a div. And as you can see here, the ly tag is changed by div, and also the other occurrence, the end of the tag is also changed. This can save you a lot of time. Another nice shortcut which I am using is, instead of commenting all the lines and having to remember whether we are inside of HTML or TypeScript, I'm just selecting the lines and pressing Ctrl and right slash, and automatically it comments them. As you can see, we're using here HTML commands. If we were inside of a TypeScript file and we're trying to comment something via the same combination, you can see the commands are different, and then if we press again we see that the code is uncommented, and that's very handy. And then we'll move to some of the extensions I'm using for Visual Studio Code. Here I'm using one which is called Angular Switcher. This one is very nice because it allows us to switch between the TypeScript, CSS, HTML portions of a component. So if we type out O, U and I, we are switching between the HTML, TypeScript and the CSS parts of a certain component. Of course, if you prefer more visual ways, you can click inside of here of this navigational breadcrumbs, and you can choose the files from here. No need to go to the project explorer. So that's a nice way to orient yourself again in a big project. Next we'll see this auto import extension. So we'll go to app module, and let's say that in the imports we would like to import the forms module. So I'll just begin to type forms, and if I click here on the forms module, as you can see, it's automatically updated and applied on line 7 thanks to this auto import extension. The Eslint extension is helping me to have valid JavaScript code. Also, it fixes certain errors and suggests improvements. So for example, if I have certain JavaScript, let's say this one, where we're defining a constant equals to a certain number, and then we're trying to assign something else to this constant. As you can see here, the Eslint is warning us that we cannot reassign the variable because it's constant. And now we have a suggestion that we can fix the problem and we just need to convert the string to let, and if we click here, automatically our code is improved. Also, you can see those errors if we open the terminal, and here from the problems tab you can see different problems that you might fix, and little by little clean up your project. Okay, the next extension is Angular Language Service. It helps with autocode completion. So if I'm in a HTML part of the component and I would like to see where, for example, this products has been defined in the TypeScript part, I would just hold Control and then click with the mouse, and then I can see immediately where it has been defined, and also I can edit this part. So simultaneously I'm seeing the HTML part of the component as well as the TypeScript part, so I'm not switching between the different parts, and I can edit here the code. For the code completion, if I go and type, let's say, product, this Angular language service will suggest me what I can use, because it actually goes to the TypeScript file and looks up the interface, and all those properties are being exposed, so I can browse between them here. So that's also nice. You don't need to switch between screens to see which properties you can use from a certain interface. Alright guys, those are the tips which are helping me to produce faster and easier code without too much of context switching. I hope you enjoy them, and if you like the information, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.